death, destruction,
5 na sir, 5. Tirahin nyo na sir, 6-1.
Sinira-sira nila ang buwan ng Ramadan. Sana maparusahan ang sobra pa sa parusahan. May parusahan ni Allah.
despair.
We're in a Muslim cemetery in Marawi City. The remains of 27 bodies recovered from the battle zone are buried here.
Local terror groups attempt to take over the Islamic city of Marawi in southern Philippines during the holy month of Ramadan. What do they want? Establish a caliphate where ISIS or Daesh will rule. It's war. Filipinos against Filipinos. Soldiers, terrorists, battle over territory and flag. President Rodrigo Duterte declares martial law in Mindanao. It's the biggest crisis of his young administration. Armed Forces Chief General Eduardo Año vows to use his new powers to defeat the enemy.
We will use the special powers of martial law to defeat this multi-group and other armed groups who have connived to rebel and trying to dismember this part of the territory from the Philippines.
Residents flee. The once bustling Islamic city turns into a ghost town. There's no easy explanation for the tragedy that hits Marawi. The clashes start in a village called Basak Malutlut, where the military spots a most wanted terrorist leader and moves in to take him. Bullet holes on freshly painted walls show the intense firefight that erupted in this safe house in Basak Malutlut. The Marawi crisis started here. This 4-story building with a red gate was the target of a military raid on May 23 because here they spotted Abu Sayyaf leader Isnilon Hapilon. The first clashes erupted here. ISIS names Isnilon Hapilon its top leader in Southeast Asia. The veteran terrorist leader based in Basilan is responsible for so many atrocities in Mindanao. He has long been the subject of a manhunt. In Marawi, he joins young radicals who grew up in the city. The Maute brothers led by Omar and Abdullah. They all pledged allegiance to ISIS.
Kaya nabigla yung tropa natin dahil nung gusto nilang huliin si Isnilon Hapilon, kukunti lang naman yung tropa doon sa bahay na yon. Pero nung lapitan nila yung bahay at pasukin yung gate, lumaban sila. Tapos yung mga paligid na, yung mga bahay-bahay sa paligid, meron din palang mga armado doon.
Hapilon escapes arrest yet again. What happens next surprises the generals. Armed Marawi residents rush into the streets, wave the ISIS black flag, and attack strategic points around the city. They occupy a Maypakpak Medical Center. They harass Camp Ranao, the military headquarters. They surround the City Hall.
Hindi natin pwedeng iwanan ng City Hall dahil there were attempts na gusto nilang pasukin ito and they will take over the...
They wanted to raise the black flag.
They release prisoners at the city jail, set ablaze the Protestant-run Dansalan College and the Catholic St. Mary's Parish. They take hostages along the way, move towards Bangulo, the city's commercial district, where they hold out for months.
Barangay Maria Cristina Balos.
Marawi Bishop Edwin de la Peña is away when the terrorists attack the city. But his residence is packed with workers in the middle of preparations for a Catholic fiesta.
They were ready captives, no, when the terrorists came in.
They take his right-hand man, Father Chito Suganob, and church staff.
Naka-receive ako ng tawag using the cell phone of my secretary. But to my surprise, yung boses ay boses lalaki at saka matapang at saka he was ordering me to do this and that. No? He was giving me his demands, no, na dapat iparating ko sa military that they declare a ceasefire.
The bishop hears crying in the background. The man gives the phone to Father Chito.
Si Father Chito, sabi niya, kami ay na-hostage ngayon dito, Bishop.
The bishop gets in touch with the military and receives instructions to keep communication lines open.
I called back. I was the one who contacted them that I have already relayed the message. Hindi ko na makontak. Wala na. The line was cut off, no?
The armed men also target Dansalan College, a Protestant-run school the Maute brothers attended as young boys.
Pinalabas yung mga Maranao, sabi na, sasabihin nyo to sa mga officials nyo or military na nakuha namin yung mga teachers nyo or co-teachers nyo. Ganyan. Nalabas sila, kami pinapasok sa van. Pagpasok sa van, sabi niya, siyempre nag-iiyakan na yung mga babae as well as kami din. Oh.
Father Chito is also forced into the van, and off they went to Bangulo.
Ikot-ikot, then may stopover kami in Bangulo. Yun yung natakot kami kasi parang pinaline kami. Sabi nila, lumabas kayo ng van, mag-line kayo. Akala nga namin doon na yung parang execution na tinatawag. Baka babarilin na lang kami doon.
For days, the bishop fears Father Chito is dead, until the 8th day when he appears in a terrorist propaganda video.
Please consider us. We want to live another day. Want to live another month. Want to live few years.
This is Baloi Bridge in Marawi City. At the height of the war, it is one of the 3 critical bridges in the battle area. It has seen a lot of fighting and death.
It's still day 1 of the siege, but it is already close to midnight. First Lieutenant Geraldo Alvarez takes 2 armored vehicles and 19 men with him to rescue a wounded officer and bring in reinforcement troops.
Paglabas ko ma'am doon sa sa brigade, nakakahinala na lahat ng paligid ma'am.
The bullets come flying as soon as they reach Baloi Bridge.
Yun nga lang ma'am, habang nagmumove ako doon sa tulay, may hinarang silang sasakyan. So doon sa sasakyan na yun, nagkataon ma'am na kayang-kaya namang banggain ng tangke ko ma'am. So binangga ko siya. Nakapasok ma'am yung tangke.
Inside enemy territory, he learns that military armor can only do so much against rocket-propelled grenades or RPG.
Kailangan kong umatras. Kaya nung nang-aatras na ako ma'am, doon may parang minaso na ma'am yung vehicle ko ma'am na RPG na pala ako ma'am. Hindi pa ako nakakalayo ma'am ng mga nasira na ma'am yung vehicle, hindi na gumana. So pag hindi nagana ma'am, sinundan naman nila kami ma'am. So pagkasunod, sabi ko kailangan nating lumabas ng tangke.
Thus begins the biggest battle of their lives. Their training, his leadership, are put to the test.
Nawala na yung usok doon sa vehicle, nakita ko na yung situations nila. So doon na yung isa nakahandusay ma'am, nung paghila ko si late Private Porlas, pag sinasandal ko siya, humiwalay man ma'am yung bewang niya kasi noon. So idinikit ko na lang ma'am.
They apply first aid on each other while they repel the attacks.
Kahit na yung mga bulag ma'am, so sila ma'am yung pumuputok. Kumbaga sinait ko muna ma'am yung nila, yung baril nila. Sabi ko wag na nilang galawin, kakalabitin nyo na lang, gamitin nyo na lang yung sense of hearing nyo.
The rescuers need rescuing, but by then troops can't cross Baloi Bridge anymore.
Yung isang tropa ko ma'am na may putol ng paa, sabi niya sir, uhaw na ako. Dahil hindi man pagka ganun na masyado na yung wounded niya, hindi masyadong pinapainom. So parang deep lang ng konti, ganun. So umikot na naman ako ng sector, kaso pagbalik ko na naman sa kanya, parang inaayos na lang niya yung sarili niya hanggang sa yun, parang nalagutan na siya ng hininga.
A chopper comes for them, but enemy snipers force the pilots to leave. Alvarez and his men take cover inside houses nearby. They try to restore the vehicle, but to no avail. They are on their own for days.
Kami ma'am yung doon, bumabagbag. Hanggang sa napagod na ma'am yung yung gunner ko ma'am kasi yung driver jockeying palagi yan tapos yung gunner sila lang yung bumabagbag doon sa mga snipers ma'am.
They run out of bullets. The driver volunteers to get what's left in the other vehicle.
Nung isasampa niya na doon sa vehicle, tinamaan siya sa tagiliran ma'am. Nung tinamaan siya tagiliran ma'am, nakapasok pa siya ma'am sa loob ng vehicle. So nakapag-jacking pa, sabi ko okay lang, okay, hindi gaanong malala yung tama niya ma'am. Kaya lang napansin namin ma'am, yung jockeying niya, yung atras sa banti niya iba na. Hanggang sa niradyuhan na ako ma'am na na nalagutan na siya ng hininga ma'am. So yung nadala niyang bala ma'am, yun ma'am yung nakapatay ma'am dun sa mga pilit na lumalapit ma'am dun sa amin ma'am.
Enemies burn the houses troops are occupying. Alvarez loses another man to enemy snipers.
Bumalik ma'am yung Air Force, pinakawalan niya ma'am yung rocket niya dun sa north ko, tapos dun sa may east portion ko. So ma'am, at least natamemi ma'am yung mga kalaban dun ma'am.
After several failed attempts, rescue finally comes on the 5th day.
Sumisigaw sila tropa, hanggang nagpapaulan din sila ng bala ma'am.
Bullets rain on them as they move towards the extraction point, where choppers are waiting.
Na doon kami nagkita-kita, so yun, halos din na nila kami makilala kasi parang uling na yung itsura ko nun ma'am.
Alvarez brings home 15 of the 19 men he brought with him, a remarkable achievement in the battlefield. He is nominated to receive the highest combat award, the Medal of Valor.
Feeling ko tinulungan talaga kami ng Diyos kasi parang inilayo kami talaga ma'am sa mga tama ng balas.
It will take the military 2 months to regain control of Baloi Bridge. The bloodiest day of the war happened here, when 13 Marines died on June 9, 2017. Marawi is notorious for loose firearms. It took a while for residents like Abdul Moheming to realize it isn't the usual rido or clan war anymore.
Sana rin na 4 days na bakbakan. Kaso lang ito, sobra na ito. Noon, mga rido lang, yung patay-patay lang sa daan. Ngayon, nagsubra na ngayon. Marami na napugutan ng ulo dyan sa malatlat.
He evacuates on day 5 of the clashes.
Sobra na. Hindi na kami makatulog sa putukan. Nagamitan na ng yung mga bomba na malalakas. Yung hindi namin kaya pakinggan eh.
But escape is not as easy for others. Neighbors turn into heroes in the rush to rescue civilians trapped in the battle zone.
Baka wala na. Hindi na makano.
Iganap ka lang, mga rescue ya. Ano saan ma-rescue?
Ayun na, salong.
Okay na.
In areas rescuers cannot reach, residents like Anisa Mocado brave the crossfire.
Tumakas kami 3 na doon sa Ecom, doon yung bahay namin. Kaya ang ginawa ko, umakyat ako ng pader, tumalon kami. Kaya tumakbo kami pasiksag, makagrinig kami ng motor ng mga ISIS na yan, magtago kami. Din tatakbo naman. Makikita din namin na helicopter, kaya baka hindi kami nila makikita, kaya hindi natin alam kung sinong kalaban mo.
She sees a soldier at Bangolo Bridge and screams for help.
Sabi ko, tulong! Civilian kami! Na yung sinalubong nila ako, na tinulungan nila ako, doon kami nakaligtas. Ang dami-dami ngayon civilians yan, hindi nakalabas. Sabi nila, oy, kung makalabas ka dyan, sabihin mo, marami pa dito, ha? Oo, sabi ko, opo.
In the middle of all the violence, residents like Norodin Alonto Lukman and his niece make a stand to defy the radicalism the terrorists espouse. Muslims protect their Christian neighbors.
I told my Christian friends who are with me that I will die first before they kill you.
Mga kasama namin na nagsabi na lang kami ng Allahu Akbar para malaman nila na lahat kami maranaw.
Make no mistake about it, the people, the Muslim people in this country are outraged by this action of some people who wants to drive a wedge between the Muslims and Christians and to destroy our city and destroy the relationship between Muslims and Christians in this country.
Back in the safe house in Basak, Malutlut, the military recovers a video showing Hapilon and the Maute brothers planning the attack, along with Malaysia's most wanted militant, Mahmud Ahmad. It confirms the foreign fighters are in Marawi.
Pwede tayong magkuha sa mga paralan. Pwede tayong mag-hostage.
The video is part of propaganda footage the terrorists shot.
Well, the grand plan of this multi-ISIS group is actually, at the time of the first day of Ramadan, they will seize the whole of Marawi and proclaim an Islamic caliphate or state, just like what happened in Mosul when al-Baghdadi occupied Mosul June 2014.
General Anyo says the raid in Basak, Malutlut foiled a bigger terror attack.
They're not able to fully deploy all their forces, actually even additional forces from AKP and BIFF. Supposedly may mga papasok pa. But because of what happened when we raided the safe house on May 23, where we got also the copy of the videos in that safe house, na-abort lahat, naging premature na lahat.
But it also shows how much the military underestimated the enemy, despite intelligence reports weeks before the attack. The military operations are led by men who hunted down Hapilon for years. Lieutenant General Charlie Galvez is chief of the military command responsible for almost all of the areas in southern Philippines where terrorism is a threat. Politician Mujib Hataman worked with Galvez when he was a young officer in Basilan.
Si General Galvez po, ang Western Mindanao Commander, nag-brigade commander din ho niya sa isla ng Basilan. Kaya tila ata mainit sa kanya si Isnilon Hapilon.
The ground commander in Marawi is his classmate in military school. Major General Rolly Bautista also came from Basilan.
Yun sa taas, yun. Wala, tumatago na, nagtago na.
Okay, that's good at the center. Okay.
This is how the war is fought here in Marawi City. It is urban warfare. The main battle area is about 200 meters away. The Marines here, who are used to fighting in the jungles, occupy tall buildings, and snipers here bore a hole on the wall so they could have a view of the main battle area.
Gentlemen, kung nakikita nyo ang hirap na sundalo, pag-clear niya lang ng sa baba, buhos, minamaso niya yan, yung kabilang dinding, dahil pagka kumaliwa ka ng kanan, nandun ang sniper. So ang ginagawa natin, binubutas natin yung dinding. Ganun lang kahirap. Yung dalawang building, dalawang araw din namin binubutas. Ang dami namin namamatay sa pagbutas lang isang building.
We're looking at the 105mm cannon of the Philippine Army. We are 200 to 300 meters away from the position of the enemies. It's the final push to end the war in Marawi, and from here we can already see the tallest building in the battle area, the C&D center point, where one of the officers of the army was killed.
The Philippine military fought urban warfare in Zamboanga City in 2013, but Marawi is so much worse. Army, Air Force, Navy. Combined forces in the biggest, longest, and bloodiest operation of the Philippine military since World War II. Allies come to help. US, Australia, fly surveillance planes to help locate the enemy. China sends rifles. The mission is complex. Neutralize the terrorists while making sure the hostages are safe. the military resorts to airstrikes, horrifying residents like Normira Pangarungan who fear bombs will destroy their homes or kill loved ones still trapped in the battle zone.
Kasi magbomba-bomba sila. Mas lalo ngayon. Paano sila? Kung may natira pang isang, dalawa, tatlo, patay na. Yun ang problema ko man. Kahit nandito ako na para nandoon ako, gusto ko pa pumasok doon. Alang-alang sa pito. Kahit hindi pwede na kasi mahal ko man yung mga kapatid ko. Yun ang panganay.
Weeks later, she is reunited with her family, but her nightmare is all too real to the military. At least twice, bombs accidentally hit troops. The Marawi War forces young officers to grow old beyond their years. Billy Kodjam left military school only 3 years ago. In June, his company was pulled out of Basilan to join the fighting here.
Nanibago ako, ma'am, kasi siyempre wala pa akong masyadong experience sa urban warfare, ma'am.
Ano ba yung pinakamahirap sa urban warfare?
Sa urban warfare is sniping, ma'am. Tapos yung labasan nila yung bahay, ma'am, gumawa ng butas. Abangan yung butas nila, ma'am. Tapos pag pumasok yung tropa, doon na nila puputukan, ma'am.
He won't forget his first battle in Marawi. The mission: clear this green building that served as an enemy stronghold, as shown in videos recovered from the enemy.
Nung unang attempt kasi namin, ma'am, is meron pala dyan, ma'am, sa likod. Nakapwesto yung kalaban. Hinintay lang kaming dumikit, ma'am. Then, firefight talaga, ma'am. Yung nangyari. Hindi lang sniping, ma'am. Tapos, explosions din sa mga from M2 o 3 ng kalaban, yung ibang naka-wounded sa tropa namin, ma'am.
Colonel Mon Almodovar is Kodjam's battalion commander.
Nung mga first days kasi, few days, very strong pa yung defensive pa ng kalaban. And ang na-assign sa amin is i-clear yung dalawang building na matataas doon sa harap, yung pagpasok mo dito, yung nasunog na building na kulay green yung roof.
Dito, ma'am, naipit kami dito, ma'am, sa first floor. Pagpasok namin sa first floor, ma'am, is may kalaban na pala sa second floor at saka third floor, ma'am. Pinapasok lang kami sa first floor. Hindi na kami maka-extricate. Ang last option ng mga nilabat ko at saka yung company commander ko, ma'am, is putukan yung second floor at saka third floor habang nag-extricate kami, ma'am. Pinasok yung dalawang tangke, dumikit kami dun sa tangke, ma'am. Then dahan-dahan kami umatras, ma'am.
It will take them 4 attempts in a span of 3 days to take the building.
Ang tropa namin, pabalik-balik lang, sige, wounded, balik ulit.
1 soldier is killed.
Firing.
Troops push on and learn new tactics along the way, but so do the enemy. The mosques make good hiding places.
We are limited to strike yung mga mosque o kanyonin natin, bombahin natin yung mga mosque. So because of yung ating cultural sensitivities and respect for religion, safe na safe pa rin sila dyan sa ilalim ng mosque, sa basements niya.
They also bore holes and dig tunnels. The military can pound buildings with airstrikes, but enemies can move from one building to another using these.
So nung una, hindi sila naghuhukay. Eventually, habang tumatagal, naghuhukay na sila, nagtatunnel na sila. So, kumbaga, nag-i-improve din yung kanilang mga tactics at mga techniques. So, kaya tayo, we have to adapt din sa kanila based din kung ano yung tactics ng kalaban.
Oh, may tao sa likod ng 621, kamo. 2, 3. Bilisan mo, singit ka muna. 3.
Sir, may kalaban doon sa may 621, sir, sa likod. 3, over.
Sir, may tumawid galing 1S, papunta 4. 3. 4 na, sir. 4 na, sir. 4 na. 5. 5 na, sir. 5 na, sir. 5. Tirahin nyo na, sir. 621.
A new problem emerges as troops close in. Improvised explosive devices or IEDs.
tubok yung suspected nating IED, hindi natin malaman kung anong klaseng ordnance item siya. Pero most probably, remote controlled siya by cell phone. Yung mode of detonation niya is by cell phone.
The battle area becomes even more complex. Troops need to move fast to evade enemy snipers, but not too fast or they will trip on these bombs. The death toll rises.
Death is always there. Sa pagsundalo ka, nandyan lang talaga yung isang paa mo, lalo na pag nasa giyera ka, it's always, nakabaw na yung isang paa mo sa hukay. So, expected na namin yan. So, however, we as leaders, we tried so hard para protektahan yung aming sundalo.
Almodovar's 3rd Scout Ranger Battalion later plays a big role in ending the war.
Galing kami sa Buteg, yung sa Kuan. Oo, matagal na yung mga ilang buwan na yung ngayon. Lumikas na yung mga ISIS. Dito sila nag-transfer. Sabi ko, bakit ganito na kahit saan tayong pumunta na may ano?
The war against ISIS-linked groups in the Philippines did not start in Marawi. It's in Butig, where the Maute brothers operated for years.
It just so happened that the mother is from Butig. Nung napag-isipan nila itong plano nila, dito sila pumunta sa Butig. Nangyari lang siguro, I guess, na dahil malawak yung bundok namin at saka medyo may kalooban ito, dito sila nagtatago kasi medyo malayong abutin na military.
Butig is no ordinary town. It's host to one of the biggest camps of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, the country's dominant Muslim rebel group. This is how the peace process is connected to the war in Marawi. The father of the Maute brothers was once a member of MILF. He and his sons rejected the political solution the group espouses, the creation of a new Bangsamoro region that will give Muslims wider powers over their land. The Mautes prefer the radical ideology of ISIS and decide to carve their own territory. MILF Peace Panel Chairman Mohagher Iqbal says they work to counter the spread of ISIS ideology.
Only the factor of the MILF is preventing the Maute group to recruit so many people to their side.
But delays in the peace process erodes the MILF's influence, especially among the young.
The leadership of the MILF belongs to the first generation of leaders, and they are advocating for the political resolution of the conflict in Mindanao, which government has not yet complied fully, especially the passage of the BBL. So in terms of moral ascendancy, I think the Maute group is taking something from the moral ascendancy of the MILF.
It's become a battle for legitimacy. In 2016, the town that enjoyed relative peace since the MILF embraced the peace process becomes a battle zone once again.
We're here at the Municipal Hall of Butig Town in Lanao del Sur. Last week, the Maute group occupied this abandoned municipal building and for the first time raised the black flag of the ISIS.
Hapilon joins the Maute brothers in Butig. They receive funding from ISIS. Foreign fighters also come to help. Clashes moved to Piagapo in April, and then Marawi in May. The wedding of Norinsha Basher and Jomar Saumay lifts the spirits of the evacuees at the tent city in the town of Pantar.
Sana maayos na ang Marawi para makabalik na kami doon. Wala na yung gera.
Life goes on despite the difficult situation in evacuation centers. But it's a long wait for the war to end. Inside the battle area, hostages learn to live with their captors. Lord Vin Acopio is tasked to tend to wounded Maute fighters.
Dr. Omar. Hindi nila alam, hinuhulaan ko lang yung pinagagawa ko.
He laughs to cope.
Nakadanasan ko nga na halos 3 days na hindi nakatulog kasi may mga patients na dagsaan. Siyempre, monitor mo yung gamot. monitor mo yung kailangan niya kasi kakaidlip mo, sabi niya, ihi ako, mga ganyan. Or matutulog ka na sana, sabihin niya, kakain ako, mga ganyan. So, alas 3 days yung parang lasing ka or nakadrugs ka na hindi mo alam.
Bombs are dropping everywhere.
Tanggapin mo lang nasa doon ka sa situation na yun. Kasi wala din magagawa. Kung binubumba kayo dyan, tatakbo ka sa labas, ano nun, di ba? Baka barilin ka din nila. Kasi akala nila tatakbo ka, hindi yung intention mo sana umiwas ka ng bomba. Baka sa isip nila, tatakas ka.
One day, Omar Maute finds him crying.
Sabi niya, Omar, gawin mo na lang tong trabaho na to. Yung parang humanitarian na, ano ba, dahil kapwa mo sila tao. Huwag mong gawin to dahil captors or terrorists.
He meets Hapilon himself.
Sabay kami nagdasal eh. Nakakatakot nga syempre, alam mo, yung mood nila doon parang, parang mga seryoso, mga ganon. Oo. Pero hindi ko pa doon siya na-recognize na si IH yun. Kasi lately ko lang niya na-recognize nung nakita ko na yung mga news.
They learn to pray like Muslims, but all the while they plan their escape.
Pero before that, may mga plans na talaga kami ni Father. Inihintay lang namin na medyo malapit lang yung operatives. Kasi mahirap naman na tumakbo ka dyan or tumakas ka na, andun pa pala sa milya-milya yung layo ng mga sundalo.
We're only about 400 meters away from Batu Mox, where troops had an intense firefight with the enemies. They overwhelmed them and were able to rescue Father Chito Sugano.
After 117 days in captivity, they are free.
Pray for me for trauma healing recovery. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Troops push forward day by day. The last of the enemy's strongholds fall one by one.
Welcome to First Bridge, sir.
Isnilon Hapilon and the Mautes put up a damn good fight. But on October 16, 2017, they meet their end in Marawi in an assault that Colonel Almodovar leads. A bullet to Hapilon's chest, another bullet to Omar Maute's head, put an end to their reign of terror.
I am confirming that the taunted emir of ISIS in the Philippines and Abu Sayyaf leader is Nilon Hapilon, and the last of the dreaded Maute brothers, Omar Khayyam, are both dead.
This is what's heartbreaking going inside the battle area. We see how houses are destroyed, and we're seeing human skeletons among the debris, still to be retrieved from the battle area.
The crisis is not over. Beyond rebuilding homes and burying bodies claimed by the longest war since World War II is an urgent cry to address the root cause of conflict. There are boiling issues to resolve to prevent Marawi from happening again here or elsewhere. Carmela Fonbuena, Rappler.